This is Woodhouse Lane. Now pedestrianised, but you can still see the white lines from when it was a road. It used to cross here when here didn't exist. There was no road here, and it used to go to where that footbridge is now. So we're going to go and have a look at that. So let's now cross to the other side and have a look at this bridge and see what we can see. So this is the continuation of Woodhouse Lane, all that's left of Woodhouse Lane. And having crossed the new Metrolink line and the new road, we're now going to cross the sort of new railway. I think this was put in 1993, so if you're as old as me, that's not that long ago. And there's your railway line. So that'll take you right into Manchester. So before the railway line and before the motorway, your way to the airport was from Manchester. There was a terminal at the end of Deansgate and you could get a bus. You could get special airport buses and a very smart two-tone blue. And I can remember them coming down Princess Parkway before the M56 was built. And I guess they would bring it to the airport through Sharston. But here we are, this is why we're here. This is Woodhouse Lane, this is what is left of Woodhouse Lane. And since I was last here, it's changed again because this multi-storey effort has been built. Now I last came through here on my bicycle probably 2016, and it couldn't have been any later than 2017 because I've not cycled since 2017. So what I brought you down here to see isn't here anymore, and that is very sad, because as you'll see on the map, there was a chapel down here, and last time I came down here, the chapel building had gone, obviously the chapel building had gone, but there was a little square patch with some gravestones. So I reckon they sort of removed the graveyard, but they left the gravestones. And around about where this gateway is, there was the graveyard, and I thought it would be really interesting to come down here today and have a look at that and see where this lane used to be, see where it joined up with Outwood Road. I think it might be up there. I think it might be up there. So this has all been improved. These huge car parks. Manchester Airport is on a mission to build more car parks than anywhere else in the world. I mean, hardly anybody's flying anywhere at the moment. Where are we now? It's December the 20th. You know, everybody's now retreated into the shells for Omicron. So the airport, you know, how busy the airport would be. I would imagine the airport would normally be very busy the week before Christmas. There are a lot of people flying off all over the place. So last time I came down here, this was the same as we've just walked down, just this dead road, abandoned road, not been used for 40 years, 30 years, who knows, I can check. But we have here the site of the chapel. So ahead of us, where that car's going there, that's Outwood Road. There was a time really that was the airport road. That was the way you came from east and west direction. You ran across the front of the airport. But let's have a look at this. Here we have this little chapel garden, which can you go in? Can I open the gate? It's bolted shut. Yeah, it's no, it's not. Just me being an idiot. Right, that's how you open the gate. And here we are. We have this little chapel. See if we can just I'm zoomed out as far as I can. So this was where the chapel was. I don't know what denomination it was. I don't know what year. Oh well, there we go. This tells us. So let's have a look at this. Heyhead Congregational Church, Latley URC, United Reformed Church, stood here from 1862 to 1992. And here are the remaining stones. So I'm glad it's been preserved. I'm glad they've shown the respect, because Manchester Airport seems to swallow up everything quite literally in its path. Died in the World War, 1st of September 1945. That's interesting. Because the war had just ended, had it not? Oh no, sorry, 1939 to 1945. Not 1st of September, so... that's interesting. So I guess those were 4 members of the chapel who fell during the war. Now this little patch was once called Heyhead. There was a village, well, there's a parish called Ringway. It was a huge parish because at one point Bowden was part of the parish of Ringway. But there really isn't anything at Ringway. There's a church and a farm and a pub, and that's about it. But it gave its name to the airport, and for my younger life it was Ringway Airport. Then it became known more and more as Manchester Airport, and then it gave itself the grand name as Manchester International Airport. This is how you see this chapel garden from across the road, and I would say they've done it very nicely, very respectful, in a forest of car parking. And there we have Outwood Road. So if we went up there, we would go left, it would bring us to the airport pub. If we go right, it would bring us to the airport. And hopefully you'll be able to see the old layout of the road on the map.